On this episode, we talk a little education, we call Denmark, we did good. It's Garyvee, Vaynerchuk, and this is episode 240 of the AskGaryVee show. Life is good, focused. Been a very interesting kind of weekend. A lot going on in the American political system. You know, team human is how I'll always be, so I'll address it right away. Who's this?
Azim.
Azim, this is Garyvee, and you're on the AskGaryVee show.
Oh, shit, what's up, Gary?
What's up, man? Where are you from?
So I'm from New York, family's from Pakistan, but
very nice.
Yeah.
So you got a question?
Just got off. Honestly, man, I was just gonna use this time to say I'd love to have coffee with you. I just wanted to do my hustle as you would. Thought this would be the best way to do it.
I think it's a really good hustle. I'm not gonna be able to deliver on that because I'm still 700 internal meetings behind, but I appreciate the hustle.
Shit.
My big thing, and this is for everybody, I appreciate you asking this question. And by the way, much love and thanks for watching the show.
All right, man.
Keep doing your thing. You know, that's devastating. Like everybody's like, whoa, what just happened? I still have 500 internal meetings that I'm supposed to have in this company, let alone the outside stuff. So when I say I can't and I'm not doing these coffees, trust me, I'm devastated that I can't. My bigger issue is you only have so many hours in a day between family. One of the big things I promised myself in 17 is to do more internal and less external. I'm trying to do both. I'm hustling.
Hello, Michael.
Michael, this is Garyvee and you're on the AskGaryVee show.
Yeah, Garyvee, a pleasure to speak with you, sir.
Thank you, man.
You're a very busy man. We actually got to meet on my 30th birthday in Austin, Texas. You were walking out of your hotel and I was with my wife and my daughter. And
oh man, I remember. That made DailyVee. That was on DailyVee's. Did you see that?
You know, I never saw it. I thought I should check, but I guess I'll have to go look at that. That's cool.
Well, hold on. You run into me in the street. You see D-Rock is filming. It's your 30th birthday. We have this wonderful moment, and you decide not to even just glance to see if you made the episode?
I'll have to look at it. I've been keeping pretty busy.
I was actually giving you a compliment. Much respect. Keep doing your thing. What's your question, brother?
My question is...
Have your questions ready.
Yeah, I'd like to know a little bit about your document, don't create ethos. It's something we've been doing a lot more, and I enjoy hearing your general perspective on it.
No problem, and I'm glad you're asking. Thank you so much, and hope everything's well, and it was really nice to run into you.
Well, I appreciate that.
No worries, man. I'm going to hang up and get to the next one, but I love you and stay well. So documenting versus creating. Don't dial it yet. This has been a big breakthrough, so much so, as you guys all know, because you've been watching DailyVee, some of you, I really am writing a new book called Crushed It, and it's profiling the people that read Crush It and crushed it, and giving you the updated on what I would do if I was a personal brand on Instagram or Twitter or Snapchat, or how do you build your personal brand and or the business around your favorite passion, be the queen of strawberries or vegan food or tailgating or making candles. That ethos that has played out even to a greater scale than most people believed, one that I believed so much when I did the first book. This document and instead of creating thing is so big that there's been nights and showers and just like jam sessions in my own mind over the last month where I'm like, should I make that book? Should I quickly sneak in, document, and don't create? Do I make that a big ethos of Crushed It? Here's the punchline. What I'm seeing, and so many of you are answering on this, is people are crippled when they have to create original content. But when you actually understand that you and your life are the unique piece of creative, it changes everything. Is everybody interesting? No. I mean, the answer is no, not to the macro, meaning not everybody is destined to become a social media reality star, but so many people are destined that will never start. So many people, like look, you don't have to be the Kardashians, right? You can be some version of it. Here's what I do know. There are 1,000 people watching this right now that if they started making Snapchat stories, Instagram stories, YouTube videos, Facebook videos, and post 3 or 4 times a day documenting what they're doing, eating this lunch, taking my kid to school, this is who my uncle is, this is my sister, this is what I'm into, this is soccer practice. If they started documenting instead of like, ooh, let me make a video about like how the sun comes up, or like instead of creating something, you just document your actual life. My biggest belief is so many of you should be documenting your journey of becoming an intern, of moving from college to the real life, going through your divorce, starting your new business. If you document your truth, my belief is that there is a stunning amount, 1,000 of you watching right now who could make as much money, and that might be 80,000 and that might be 380,000. You can make as much money documenting your life through all these channels and making monetization through ads, affiliates, sponsorship deals, speaking engagements, books, and all the other ancillary things that happen. You can make as much money being you, as much money being Tyler Babin as getting paid at VaynerMedia being Tyler Babin in the production team. Like, I just believe that truth. Now, that might not be for everybody, but it is for a lot of you. And unlike Tyler Babin, thank God, most of you don't like your job. He likes it. So that's what would prevent him. And you may love your job and that will prevent you. But if you were sitting here today in 2017 and you were watching this piece of content, which means you listen to my themes and care about my stuff, and you're in this ethos, you can start dialing. Well, then you need to understand what documenting versus creating is. Not everybody's gonna create that show. You know, it's a lot easier to make a documentary than Cheers if you understand the power of the current platforms and things of that nature. It's not that documenting is so easy either, but just telling your real life on a daily basis, super interesting to me and something all of you should at least try. What's the cost? A couple leisure hours on bullshit?
Bro, this is Derek.
Derek or what?
Tarek.
Tarek. It's Garyvee and you're on the show.
Fucking way.
Yes, bro.
Are you kidding me?
I'm not kidding. I'm fucking real as shit on this. You're on the show.
I'm dying right now.
Where are you from?
My heart is pounding.
I love it.
Oh, I love you, Gary. I love you so much. You have no idea.
I love you back, bro. Where are you from?
I'm from Denmark. I can't believe you called all the way to Denmark.
Yeah, we're going international on this show. We finally figured out how to use this thing and call international. So we're gonna go international heavy for a little while now. Catch up. So what's your question, bro?
Amazing. Thank you so much for the love, man. You shouted me out on Instagram not so long ago.
Yep.
Amazing. Sorry, I'm gonna go into the question.
Please.
So, I'm so nervous right now. Oh my God. Okay. Because of you, I decided to go all in on an idea I had and go to LA and start up with my friends. And ever since, just give me a sec.
No worries.
I'm so nervous right now.
No worries,
oh
do your
God,
thing. It's just me and you here.
I fucking love you.
I love you back, brother. Let's do this.
All right.
So you go to LA with your friends. Have you gone to LA yet or not yet? Not yet. Obviously, we just called Denmark.
I was actually in LA and tried to meet you. I went to your office because I wanted to meet you so bad.
was I there?
You weren't there. You were in LA. I was like kind of stalking you on Snapchat.
No problem.
Trying to figure out where you were, but you weren't there. I'm positive we're gonna meet someday.
I'm sure. But
anyway,
let's get to this question, because if you don't ask this question in the next 5 seconds, you're gonna be off the show and I will never meet you.
Oh my God. All right, so I'm from Denmark. I'm not an American citizen.
Yes.
I want to go and start up this company in the US.
Yes.
It's difficult. My partner is from the US.
Yes.
What we're trying to do is a new social media platform within fitness and health. And one of the most important things for us right now is trying to make a minimum viable product. But I think I feel like we're stuck. What can I do to make like this happen? We have the strategy in place. We have like the business plan.
What's the strategy?
Just meet.
Fuck a business plan. Your strategy is to make a fitness social network, right?
Yeah, a social media platform within fitness and health.
That's not a strategy. That's a thesis. If you had a strategy, you'd be executing against it, and you wouldn't be asking me this question. So that's an important.
We're trying to speak with influencers.
Everybody's trying to do that.
Exactly. We want to have them on board to have some leverage.
What are you offering them?
We need to go and meet investors, right?
What are you offering them?
What we're trying to do is like this platform. We can.
No. What are you offering influencers that you're trying to siphon attention out of their world and want to steal their attention and take it for yourself selfishly? What are you offering them to be a part of this?
We're trying to offering them like, oh my God, this is so difficult to explain in such a short time. We're trying to offer them to have a total new platform, take advantage of their brands, and they're gonna,
they're gonna monetize off your platform better than they're monetizing off Instagram?
Exactly. They will be able to market a whole new target group in terms of a lot of the influencers on Instagram today.
Why? You have no users. Instagram has hundreds of millions of people on it.
Yeah, exactly. We're not trying to take anything away from Instagram. We're just trying to offer them new opportunities to monetize their personal brands.
Tarek, every single person is trying to build a platform for influencers to monetize their brands in other places. And so what you're trying to do is build a platform that shares in the economics with influencers who actually have users. And you just want to do that by painting a picture that they'll make more than they will on Instagram when Instagram actually gives them the attention and the eyeballs that they're actually monetizing off of.
Oh, well, this is hard for me to explain, Gary. I'm sorry that I don't have a more...
No worries, brother. This was a good starting point. No, listen. Feel free to send me an email. I'll try to read it if I get a chance. But here's what I promise you. Everybody's trying to take from influencers instead of give them. And when you say, well, we'll give them better monetization opportunities, it's just not true if you have no audience. You know that, right?
Yeah.
If you have no audience...
We're trying to give them a way better opportunity to talk with their audience as well, and make sure that the content that they're creating is not it will be much more detailed, much more beautiful. I can't explain this.
What I can tell you that no matter how, you're doing everything fine. Let me just tell you one thing that everybody gets wrong. If you don't have people to give the influencers and you want them to come on so they bring their audience, you've lost. Mm-hmm. You've lost. Mm-hmm. Unless you're giving them meaningful equity in your company, you've lost. Everybody, it's a chicken and egg game, Tarek. You know, like everybody wants, you want influencers because you want them to bring the million people that pay attention to them over and sign up for your world. No matter how much economics you give them, you're getting more than you're giving them in that first move, which means you'll never get started. You have to solve for that. That's a strategy. Yeah. How do you bring them more value?
This is about the actual user itself, but we're trying to get influencers on board to have leverage when we want to talk to some people, some investors like yourself, Gary. So maybe the question is like, what do you think is the best strategy?
I think the best strategy is not to be in a place
like me
to build something without being at the mercy of raising money. Everybody wants to raise money. By the way, if you walked in here with 15 fitness supermodels that made my tongue hit the ground and they had 40 million fucking followers, I still have no interest in investing in your fucking company. Don't think that influencers on board are gonna get you money. The market's very, very, very tight right now. There's a lot of uncertainty in the US market. VCs are not throwing around money because you got a couple of cute chicks and guys with six packs and a couple million followers.
Exactly, okay, got you.
Good, all right, I'll talk to you soon.
What would be Thank you so much.
The way would be to actually execute on something that shows me traction, not theory. You're in theory mode. You have to do. The best companies did and then raised money. Now we're in a generation where everybody wants money first. Make something. Make an MVP that actually works. How do you do that? Work a fucking side job and use the money for that to do it. Like everybody thinks that money's an entitlement up front anymore. Nobody's giving you fucking money.
Got you.
Good.
Thank you so much,
You're welcome.
Gary.
And this is it. Like, go ahead. And this is it, guys. Like, and girls. We're in this modern era right now where everybody thinks his whole strategy was, I'm gonna take influencers who have big audiences, I'm gonna slap them as like they're part of our thing, and that's gonna get VCs to be excited about it. It's not gonna get VCs to be excited about it. First of all, there's a million influencers, they're unlimited, they're commoditized. Second of all, you can't even explain your product. Where are you going? And everybody's trying to steal from these influencers. Everybody's got the same bullshit fucking strategy. I get hit up 1,000,000 times a day. I'm gonna help you monetize more. I can monetize my fucking self. Don't figure out how to monetize himself. Fucking help me? No, you want my shit. And then we can monetize together. Fuck you. Give me half your house and then we can sell it and make money. I've got the fucking house, bitch. Get somebody else. You know, like, the reason so many of you are losing is because your model is predicated on somebody giving you more value up front. You're not offering anything. If he answered me precisely and said, well, I'm giving 5% of my company to 5 different people, now you have a conversation. You DM at Dunk and say, I'm gonna give you 11% of this sneaker business. Now all of a sudden maybe he'll look at it. Not, hey, give me a shout out for my sneaker business because on my platform, more people will pay attention. He's got 2 million fans on his platform. You got shit, dick. You got nothing. You need me first. You got an empty club. You need me to bring the bitches. Got it?
Okay.
What? Hello, who's this?
Hello? DJ Shoes.
DJ Shoes, it's Garyvee. You're on the AskGaryVee show.
What's that?
This is Gary Vaynerchuk. Did you put your number on Twitter to be on my call-in show?
Yeah.
Great, well you're on it.
No, whoa, get the fuck out of here, no way.
Yes, man, this is me. My name is Gary Vaynerchuk, Gary VEE on Twitter. You put your phone number, I do a show, it's episode 240, you're on it. What up?
Oh my God, hey, good to meet you, Gary. You've been a big part of my my grind in my life. Really getting a chance to talk to you.
I appreciate it, man. What's your question?
So I'm asking my question first, that's okay, but I'm going to do some backup story to it, because I don't think the question makes much sense without kind of like the backup build up to it. That's all right with you?
I'm sorry, I couldn't hear that very clearly.
Oh, I'm sorry. I said, so I'm going to ask you the question, so I'm going to give you some like backup to the question as well.
Okay.
Because it will make more sense.
Go ahead, fire away.
So, great. So the question itself is, if I was your client at VaynerTalent, what would your next move for me be?
Meaning,
So,
if you were, yep.
Sorry, can you hear me better?
I can hear you clearly. So if you're paying me $30,000 and you now work at now you're a client of VaynerTalent, you're paying me $30,000 a month, the first thing that would happen is we would sit down with you and ask you, what the hell do you want to accomplish, right? Do you want to get a lot more notoriety so you can write an album? Do you want to have a book deal? Do you want to create your own social media agency? Do you want to sell sneakers? Do you want to get paid $15,000 a night to spin? Like, we always go backwards from the North Star. I want to buy the New York Jets, so everything I do ladders up to that. Got it?
Right. So that's exactly the thing, is I know exactly what I want.
What do you want?
So here's kind of what I'm at is, I want to tour. I want to tour and have a local fan base, like a loyal fan base that just, let me do what I love to do.
I love it.
Which is produce music and DJ.
Love it.
And so here's my situation is, so I'm in Switzerland, and I'm currently stationed over in Italy. But my thing is like, about two and a half years ago, I decided to go all in with this. And I'm like, this is what I fucking want to do. Like, this is it. It clicked for me. I'm like, there's nothing that makes me happier. So I went all in. I started listening to you, started listening, just on the ground. And I started getting banner ads, like Facebook ads, Instagram ads. Sending all my merch out to influencers, people all around, trying to get my name out there.
Yep, keep going.
Every time I'm not working, I'm in the studio, I'm making the music. So my big plan is one, right now I'm trying to build brand awareness, because where I'm at right now, there's not really that outlet for me.
So keep going.
However, in about 9 months, I'm going back to the States, and my plan then is to go get my press kit to all the big major clubs that I follow out there, offer my services for 6 months to a year for free. So I'll DJ at their establishment for free, get some value from that club. Then after that, ask if they will hire me on as a full-time DJ.
I love it. Are you going to be able to?
Build my brand within that brand.
So it's great. So that's exactly. I love it. I love your strategy. Are you going to be able to afford to work for free for 6 or 9 months when you come back to the States from Italy?
Yeah, absolutely. So I'll still have 3 years in before my contract is out, and that's how my plan. By the time the contract is out, I have something established.
Okay, so let's.
But then after that is what's my move? Like, how do I get this touring? How do I get out there?
Well, once you get, this is a very basic question. Once you get enough people to give a shit about you, venues will book you left and right, and you can tour forever. This is not complicated. You look at Russ, the rapper in Atlanta, puts out a song every week, does it for 4 years, whatever. Eventually a couple songs pop, he gets a little bit of thing, then he has one song go completely pop crazy, and now he's touring every day, selling out shows left and right. This is a business model. You don't need the Garyvee show to understand this. You need to put out music every day, or as close as you can. Here's the model. You start at the moon and you go backwards. You should put out music every single day. Now you're gonna say, well listen, I'm stationed here, I can't do that, I can't do this. Great. Is it 364 days that you can put out music? Great, you can. Is it 360 days of music? Oh, you can? Okay, is it 290 days of music? You need to put out music every day on SoundCloud and Spotify, and then you need to make as much content on social media networks to bring awareness. You need to follow hashtags, you need to DM people on Instagram, all the moves that I've been talking about. The real answer to your question is, it actually has to work. Meaning like, you have to have the talent. like there's no model, like there's no way to become, you know, prettier except for plastic surgery, and so then you're dealing with what you're dealing with. Like, you just might not be good enough to tour at the level that you aspire to be. I don't know, but I can tell you the best way to find out is to put out music every day.
Got it. Absolutely, Gary.
There's no secret sauce here. It's putting out content where people actually are as often as you humanly can. The end. That is the strategy for all of you.
Gary.
All right?
Perfect.
All right, man. I mean, that's it. Like everybody's looking for some sort of like hack. Here's the hack. Whatever you're producing, put out that product to where it is. You're selling something, put it on the Amazon Marketplace, eBay, start your own store, Shopify, like put it out. Put out creative marketing videos, pictures on all the platforms we all spend our time on, Instagram, Snapchat, Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, and just do it as often as you possibly can, and then you'll find out whether the world likes it or not. It's literally that fucking basic. Here's the problem. You guys don't want to do that. You don't want to be...
It's only an amplified religion, just like you're talking about.
100%. What's going on here? Just dialing. Like, you know, like it's a whole lot of practice for them. You know, so I don't, but it's great that this actually didn't work because I can drill it home one more time. What do you want from me? There's no cheat code. There's no up, down, left, right, BA, select, start. Not in this game. You gotta put out the content, you gotta put out as often as you can, you gotta let the market decide. But you have to be smart about where and how. Don't make a CD and shop it to A&R people. Put the fucking music on Spotify and SoundCloud. That's how you get discovered.
Hello?
But you might suck. Hello, it's GaryVee, you're on the AskGaryVee show.
Gary, my favorite corporate sub motivator.
Julie, how you doing?
I'm good, how are you?
I'm super well, what can I answer for you?
Gary, I just want to say thank you for everything, first of all.
Thank you, Julie.
You are the best. What you can answer for me is, let's talk about high school education.
Okay.
What are the top 2 things that you think could change in public education right now for students that are bored to death at school?
So help me I want to, I can talk about things in general terms all the time. Having a Q&A show allows me to be a little more specific to the person calling, and I want to really deliver for you. So help me understand this. You're asking from what perspective?
I'm asking from a federal educational perspective versus what is really happening in high school. How far behind we are in education.
Where are you in this? Are you talking about a child? Are you an educator? Who are you? Why do you care about this, and what do you do that ties into this question?
I'm an educator. I actually work in public education.
Love it.
I work at a high school. I'm with 1,700 students a day that are basically not allowed to use their cell phone.
Right. And you play what role in that world?
I'm actually a teacher and a department chair.
Love it. Okay, so here's what I think. And I think it's amazing to have you on the call here and we can go back and forth. I think if you're calling me and you've heard some of my spiel, then you are an amazing teacher to these kids because you are not blindly following the playbook that has been pushed down our throats on this issue, which is, you know as well as I do, when you really look at the curriculum of the average public high school in America today, it's not the most
terrible.
I mean, just not practical. So here's what I would say. The #1 thing that I think you can do, and I'm not kidding, is the following. One by one, in the same way that I do it on social and in life, one by one, when you see these kids, whether it's their parents when they're picking them up or at a sporting event or when you have a scheduled meeting or when you see them, you have to break the ethos and have that one-on-one conversation. You need to grab Gary Vaynerchuk in your class who's a sophomore, right? And you need to pull him aside, and you need to pull him aside.
I've got several little Garys. I've got sneakerheads, I've got hip hop music kids,
Let's not get crazy that they're Garys. They might be mini Garys.
English, math, science.
So listen,
Yeah.
you need to grab them aside and you need to give them the wink. Your wink may change their life forever. You encouraging these kids with saying, I see you, I understand. Now, I can't tell you what to appease your parents with. Maybe they want you to get this diploma, maybe not, But I'm telling you, my friend, more than anything in the world, Mrs. Kennedy, Senora Kennedy, is the only teacher I had in high school that gave me the wink. Her wink came by her calling my mother and saying, Mrs. Vaynerchuk, Gary's gonna get a D in Spanish this year. I don't think he knows how to say hola. But I know that your son is gonna win in life, and I know that he needs to pass Spanish to graduate high school. She gave me the wink. I'm telling you right now, I'm 41 years old. This wink happened when I was 17, right? Please.
Right.
You're not gonna change the macro thing. You know what's going on. This is not something
I know
that's
what's going on. It's not great.
correct. So what I want you to do is be practical. You're not gonna change the whole system. I'm not gonna make a video that goes viral and changes the whole system. The head of education now in this country has her objectives. It's gonna be very different than what we've seen. I have no idea where it goes. I'm not the kind of person that thinks all politics to the left or right are all bad or all good. I have no idea. I do it one by one, but here's what I can tell you. You, darling, for calling me and asking me this question, you need to go overboard with those little Garys in your class, and you need to give them the wink, which is listen to me, Charles, listen to me, Susan. I see you. I see what you're passionate about, and selling shit is always gonna allow you to be successful in life, so keep tripling down. Don't get me in trouble with your parents. Like, I'm not telling you to drop out of high school, but somebody giving them a wink and saying, I see you. Believe it or not, you doing that, and don't force it, don't bullshit it, don't just do it because
No.
like,
Well, the kids know the bullshit. They see right through it.
so I'm telling you, in reverse, they see right through it the other way. You go grab Ricky out of class and bring him into your office, especially if you make it impactful like that. He's in science class, but somehow you pull him out for impact, and you sit him down and say, Ricky, you listen to me. You're gonna fucking win. I see it. I watch your hustle. I see your charisma. I see your drive. And I know it's not to do well on a Scantron test tonight. I see what you're doing, and I want you to know that I see it, and if I can ever be a help to you, I got you, and remember that I see it. In a world where a lot of other people are just gonna go by the book, I see what you've got, and I'm here for you, and I'm proud of you. We need way more encouragement. We need way more encouragement. They're playing in an ecosystem that isn't practical, and then most of the teachers are just playing by the book, and they're discouraging. So real life encouragement around real truths is the #1 thing you can do. It's the cliche shit, Jules. Help 4 kids, and you're helping as much as you can actually do. Do you understand?
I understand, Gary.
Do it aggressively.
I appreciate you, man.
I appreciate you. I love you back. Thank you.
All right.
I love this, man. Perfectly Parent. It's coming. I know I gotta go. Nope. That's it. Question of the day. Who's the last person that you positively impacted? You keep asking questions, I'll keep answering them.